Hi, this is Dustin with TechMD. Thank you for visiting our website. This video is here to give you a little intro of what we do so you guys know the difference between the iPhones that you actually have, some people don't know, and the difference between our aftermarket, which is our standard or original, and that's our premium package. Also, we have premium plus. So this video, I'm going to explain everything here. If you want, you can just read all the details below, but I'm going to be going through a bunch of stuff with you guys so that way you can understand what we're all about, okay? So first of all, the difference between iPhones. A lot of people don't know what they have. So the easiest way to tell is on the 7 Plus here. You have the big camera lens, and they're dual lens there, and they're a wider form factor, so a little bit bigger than the 7 here. Now the 7 camera looks like that right there, but it doesn't say iPhone 7. And as you can see, the camera is a little bit different on that one, so it's a little bit fatter camera on the 7 there, okay? So that's how you tell on the iPhone 7. Also, the button doesn't click the same, it kind of vibrates the phone. So a little bit different there. On our premium package, it's $129 current rates. That could change at any time. And for the 7 Plus, it's $149. And I'll explain all the differences in a few minutes here. Okay, so this is a 6S. So you take off your case and look at the back, and you should see an S logo right here. And that's how you tell that it's an iPhone 6S. An iPhone 6 won't have any of those logos, okay? And then obviously the Plus variant, it'll just be bigger, okay? And that's how you know you have an iPhone 6 Plus or a 6S Plus or a 6S or 6, so it's a little bit smaller. Now, I don't have very many examples of iPhone, the older ones, but as you can see here, this is an iPhone 5C, and they're color black and they're plastic, okay? So this is how you tell on the 5C. Now on the 5, it'll look very similar to the 5C. On the front of it, the home button will have a square in it, okay? The 5C does as well, but this one is a 5C because it's plastic. The original 5 will have a square in it. If it doesn't have a square in it, then it's most likely the iPhone 5S. But it could be the iPhone 5 SE, which you can see that on the back. It'll say iPhone, and then it'll say SE underneath the iPhone logo. So that's how you tell the difference between all the actual iPhones themselves here. Now, I'm going to go through the differences here with you on the difference from original Apple display. That means that we actually get them refurbished back with original glass, the Gorilla Glass 4, and or also known as the Ion Glass, okay? And put that back on your phone. They have a 1% defect rate. They are the absolute 100% best display that you can get. There's no charge for us to come back out if you do actually have a warranty versus the original or the aftermarkets you do. Now, so the aftermarket, about 90% of repair companies are going to be using these aftermarkets because they want to have the best possible margins. They have high defect rates, and that's why a lot of the companies offer only a 90-day warranty up to a 6-month warranty I've seen on a lot of the aftermarkets, because they don't want to deal with all these problems I'm about to list off. They're slightly off color. They're not retina display, okay? Their brightness is lower, so you have to turn up the brightness just to get the same brightness, especially out here like in the sunlight. You can have lifting issues, so the actual screen starts coming out of the frame. That's quite a big problem there. And they're easier to break because they don't have the original glass. And if you do break them, a lot of times you can't even use them anymore. So there's a lot of downfalls. If you do want to buy our aftermarket, it is much cheaper, and there's a reason why. It's because we'll charge you $20 if we have to come back out and replace that aftermarket. So we don't recommend getting the aftermarket, but if you want to go super cheap, we do have them available in limited quantities, but our main focus is Apple original displays. All right? Now, for travel, we are a different company altogether than everybody else. You can go in to other companies and wait an hour or two or whatever. And that's because they have customers coming throughout the day, and so they have to repair phones constantly. They don't make appointments. We only make appointments. We come to you and do the repair typically in 15 minutes, but it could take up to 30 minutes per device depending on what device it is. So some of the iPhone 7 series can take a little longer, but most of the techs can get it done in under 30 minutes. Now, where we travel for free is from Nephi all the way to North Ogden. There's no travel fee whatsoever. Now, we do cover the rest of the state, and we make weekly trips out to the rest of the state. They're typically between $20 to $50 in travel fee depending on where you're at. The more remote you are, the more money you have to pay. Now, if you're more willing to meet in a bigger city, then you only have to pay a $20 fee versus the $50 fee. But if we have to go 2 hours off the main highway, then we're going to be charging a little bit higher in the travel fee. For example, you're in Beaver, that's going to be at $20. If you're in St. George, that's going to be $20. Logan, $20. We're going to even go to Idaho, so that's Twin Falls and Pocatello and a couple other areas. So you should be, if you're finding this video, then that means we're going to travel in your area. Now, for those areas, we're going to only plan on coming out maybe once every 2 weeks to once every week. So if you can find a local repair shop that offers original, do that. But if you can't, we'd be glad to take care of you and give you the best possible product. Now, the goal is for us to get multiple repairs in your area, and we combine them all, and then we come out. So when you call in or get on the live chat program down below, just mention that you're out of our drive area and that we need to get your complete availability. So let's say you go to work from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday at this location, and then you're available from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at your home, the rest of the days or whatnot. And then we give you usually a day in advance notice to let you know, hey, we're going to be in your area and we're coming out. You'll be paying the normal price plus the actual travel fee, which depending on your area will be between $20 to $50. So we don't really want to charge the $50, but if you're really, really far, then we're going to have to charge you more. If you come into us, then there'll be a lot less, especially coming into Ogden or coming into Nephi area. We're not going to have to charge you anything. So we'd be glad to meet you guys. Typically, if you're in the travel area, we're going to get a technician out to you in 1 to 3 hours. And just get that done really quick. So we have technicians throughout Utah that do the repair. Well, I should say throughout our valley here between those areas. And then the technicians are willing to travel. We just got to pay for time and gas. That's why there's so much travel fee tacked on, okay? Anyways, I really appreciate you guys watching my video. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask in the live chat, or give us a call, give us a text. Whatever method it helps to get a hold of us. We do Apple and Samsung, iPads, HTC, you name it, anything. All right, guys, thank you very much.